We got our first post-release blog post, so you already know what's going on, sandboxers. Let's just get right into it. Garry starts out the first post-release blog post talking more about the launch. He says the release went pretty much as expected and also has put Facepunch in profit for this month. They've enjoyed seeing people play on Twitch and YouTube and hearing all the feedback as well. The back end went down at least once or twice, as it usually is in these scenarios that the services got overwhelmed weren't the ones that we had considered at all. Garry speaks on the current mixed review status, which was 44%. It's also the reason we didn't want a front page takeover or any other push from Valve, because Garry wanted people to find this organically and not have it sold to them. The main complaints are AI Slop, performance, and this isn't Garry's mod, which is a given. Not forgetting, of course, that our biggest fans got the game for free, so they can't leave a review. But Garry wants to talk more about the complaints below. Garry says that they released yesterday and made a bunch of money and got a bunch of new players, so they doubled the play fund up to $1 million a year. It's their hope to grow this more over time, as they'll review it in a month to see what they're able to do. So Garry talks about AI Slop here. The huge majority of games are created by smart, dedicated humans, so when the games are dismissed as AI Slop, it's really an injustice to the work those developers have put in. Some games have their thumbnails created by an AI and get dismissed too. I don't think these guys are doing themselves any favors, but it's easy, so people do it. AI is the teacher now. It's how people are going to learn how to program from now on. They're going to be generating their own examples and have it explain the code to them. I feel that outright banning the use of AI is a bad thing because I'm not worried. I think human creativity is always going to win out. We're not an AI-based product in any way, but we live in the real world, so we're not an anti-AI either. We're not going to put a pointless AI assistant button for no good reason. We're not going to shove any AI tools down your throat. We're not going to have a make game wizard that generates code for you. But if the best game in the world is made using with the help of AI, we're not going to tell you that you can't post it. Our discovery algorithm isn't perfect right now, but we're improving it every day. The main aim is that the good games float to the top and the bad games float to the bottom, while offering new, fresh content to people all the time. Matt mentions about performance, saying this is one of the biggest things that they're getting nailed on for. So Matt is sharing where they're at with this. If you're coming from Garry's mod, things are going to feel different. Garry's mod runs on a 20-year-old engine that'll hit 300 FPS on a toaster. While S&box isn't there yet, it's a fair comparison to make. They're also aware of mid-range hardware, in particular having a rougher time than it should. This is the worst the performance will ever be. They've been improving and will continue to improve as they know what the bad stuff is and they know how to solve it. He also shows that they're sampling performance data from players across all varieties of hardware, and they're displaying this, which means that if Facepunch messes up, you can hold them accountable, and when they improved, they can gloat. They've also shown average times that they're seeing on the most popular low to high hardware. They have the Ryzen 5 3600 plus the RTX 3060 reaching an average of 54 FPS, a Ryzen 7 7800 plus RTX 4070 with 108 FPS, a Ryzen 7 with a 9800 and an RTX 5080 with 125 FPS. Matt also shows performance regarding games on S&box, as Matt clarifies optimizing for a UGC platform carries its own unique challenges. They want games to be as simple to create as possible without each creator having to worry about low-level performance of their game. They've already come up with solutions that cater to dozens of use cases from small to huge games of any genre. He also wants to talk about how most modern game engines spread rendering work across multiple frames. Temporal upscaling, temporal AA, it's fast, but it all adds up to a blurry, ghosty mess that falls apart the moment you move. We're not doing that. We're rendering one frame every frame. It should look great in motion, not just screenshots. They're doing forward rendering, MSAA, and everything in one frame. This is a challenge. There are problems that are harder to solve, but we'd rather face those challenges than take the shortcuts other modern engines do. And finally, Garry closes out this post-release blog post with saying, a release to a wider audience always brings focus onto the most important things that we need to do. We have development challenges ahead of us, but this is what we're here for. This is what we love. We love it when things break because then we get to fix them. We want the opportunity to show everyone what we can do. we want that fight. And with some closing thoughts, I would have to say it is very nice to see that we have a proper response from Garry talking more about the release and the biggest pain points and criticisms that most of you guys within the comments and watching this video have mentioned. And it's definitely worth mentioning to voice any sort of issues that you have with the game, as they are looking forward to fixing most of it. But performance should be getting better soon, and that means that they're going to be focusing more on taking out the time to make things right. That's all I have for this update video. Of course, feel free to subscribe to the channel for more sandbox updates, and you should definitely check this video right here because it's very important, and it also talks about most of the stuff here, but a little bit more.